Braja Janaranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Jaya Girivaradhari Jaya Girivaradhari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Jaya Girivaradhari Jaya Girivaradhari Yashoda Nandana Braja Janaranjana Yashoda Yashoda Nandana Braja Janaranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Radha Madhava Radhe Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hari Bolo. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hari Bolo. Oh, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Ram Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Ram Rama, Hare Hare. Govinda Jai Jai, Gopala Jai Jai. Govinda Jai Jai, Gopala Jai Jai. Radha Ramana Hare, Govinda Jai Jai. Radha Ramana Hare, Govinda Jai Jai. Govinda Jai Jai, Gopala Jai Jai. Radha Ramana Hare, Govinda Jai Jai. Radha Ramana Hare, Govinda Jai Jai. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Oh, Nitai Gaurango, Nitai Gaurango. Nitai, 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 Nitai Gauranga. Nitai, 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 Nitai Gauranga. Jaya Sachinandana, Jaya Sachinandana. Jaya Sachinandana Gaura Hare. Gaura, Gaura, Gaura Hare. Gaura, Gaura, Gaura Hare. Jaya Sachinandana Gaura Hare. Patita Pavana Gaura Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Bol. Oh, Hari Haraya Namah Krishna Yadavaya Namaha. Hari Haraya Namah Krishna Yadavaya Namaha. Yadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Namaha. Yadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Namaha. Oh, Gopal Govinda Ram Srimad Sudha. Gopal Govinda Ram Srimad Sudha. Giridhari Gopinath Madana Moha. Giridhari Gopinath Madana Moha. Oh, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Nitya Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Jayam Vishnupad Paramahansa Parivajagacharya Shtottara Sata Shri Srimad. His Divine Grace Abhay Charanaravinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki. ISKCON Founder Acharya Srila Prabhupada ki. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki. Prem se kaho Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda ki. Naam Acharya Shri Haridas Thakur ki. Shri Prabhupada ki, Prabhupada Anuga ki, Samaveta Bhakta Vrinda ki. Nitai Gaur Premanande. All glories to assembled devotees, all glories to assembled devotees, all glories to assembled devotees, all glories to Shri Shri Guru and Gauranga, all glories to Shri Prabhupada. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam namaskrityam naram chaiva narottamam Daivim saraswatim vyasam tato jayam udirayet Nashtaprayeshu abhadreshu nityam bhagavata sevaya Bhagavati ruttama shloke bhaktir bhavati naishtiki. We are reading from Srimad Bhagavatham, Canto 6, Chapter 3, Text 22. Etavaneva loke asmin pumsam dharma parasmritaha Bhakti yogo bhagavati tannamagrahanadibihi. Please repeat. Etavaneva lokesmin pumsam dharma parasmritaha Bhakti yogo bhagavati tannamagrahanadibihi. Etavaneva lokesmin pumsam dharma parasmritaha Bhakti yogo bhagavati tannamagrahanadibihi. Etavanyeva lokesmin pumsam dharma parasmritaha Bhakti yogo bhagavati tannamagrahanadibihi. Etavan, this much, eva, indeed, loke asmin, in this material world, pumsam, of the living entities, dharma, the religious principles, paraha, transcendental, smritaha, recognized, bhakti yoga, bhakti yoga, or devotional service, Bhagavati, to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, not to the demigods. Tat, his, nama, of the holy name, grahana adibihi, beginning with chanting. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki. Translation: devotional service beginning with the chanting of the holy name of the Lord is the ultimate religious principle for the living entity in human society. Please repeat. Devotional service, beginning with the chanting of the holy name of the Lord is the ultimate religious principle for the living entity in human society. Nitai Gaura Premanande Harinama Sankirtana ki. Purport: as stated in the previous verse, Dharmam Bhagavatham, real religious principles are Bhagavata Dharma, the principles described in Srimad Bhagavatham itself or in Bhagavad Gita, the preliminary study of the Bhagavatham. What are these principles? The Bhagavatham says, Dharma projita kaitavo atra. In Srimad Bhagavatham, there are no cheating religious systems. Everything in the Bhagavatham is directly connected with the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The Bhagavatham further says, Savai pumsam paro dharmo yato bhakti radhokshaje. The supreme religion is that which teaches its followers how to love the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is beyond the reach of experimental knowledge. Such a religious system begins with Tannama Grahana, chanting of the holy name of the Lord, Shabanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, Padasevanam. After chanting the holy name of the Lord and dancing in ecstasy, one gradually sees the form of the Lord, the pastimes of the Lord and the transcendental qualities of the Lord. This way one fully understands the situation of the personality of Godhead. One can come to this understanding of the Lord, how He descends into the material world, how He takes His births and what activities He performs, but one can know this only by executing devotional service. As stated in the Bhagavad Gita, Bhaktiyamam abhijanati, simply by devotional service one can understand everything about the Supreme Lord. If one fortunately understands the Supreme Lord in this way, the result is Tyaktva deham punarjanma naiti. After giving up this material body, he no longer has to take birth in this material world. Instead, he returns home back to Godhead. That is the ultimate perfection. Therefore, Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita 8.15, Mamupetya punarjanmat dukkhalayam ashashvatam napnuvanti mahatmanah samsiddhim paramam gatah. After attaining me, the great souls who are yogis in devotion never return to this temporary world, which is full of miseries because they have attained the highest perfection. Om Tat Sat. Om Ajnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guruho Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurum Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatana Vitam Tang Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakan Vitamscha Namahom Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesha Shunyapadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. The instance here, this chapter is named Maharaj instructs his messengers. To recollect a little history, the Vishnudutas and Yamadutas met with each other in the instance of Ajamila, who had become a very sinful person, fallen down from a Brahminical status to a very sinful person. And the Yamadutas were getting ready for his final day. And when the final day came, it's mentioned that Ajamila was beyond 80 years old. And he had a son when he was 80 plus years old, whose name he kept Narayana. Because earlier he was a Brahmin, nicely situated, and he has fallen down with some prostitutes and this and that and everything. So he happened to understand that he's going to die. And some versions say that he saw the Yamaduta. Yamadutas are deadly people. They were waiting to lasso him. You know lasso? Cowboys use lasso, put a ring around and pull you. So the Atma was supposed to be taken out of the body, which we are very attached to. And at that time, the situation is very, very painful. You have to detach yourself from the body painfully. You don't want to detach, you are very attached. But somebody is sent to detach you from your body. Those people are called the Yamadutas. They have a special assignment, especially to bring sinful people. And Ajamila had become a very sinful man. So, at that point he got very scared. Only death scares people. That's the only time that if you whatever you have told them, they will do. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. They're told to chant. Let me chant now. You're very scared. Because why? It is time to become detached forcefully from your body. Your life is over. Death. It is not something that happens only to Ajamila. It is not something that happened in the past to Ajamila. It won't happen to me. It happens to everybody. Everybody. But you may not have the Ajamila moment of your life, in the sense that Ajamila could see, along with that, the Vishnudutas and the Yamadutas. That happened there. When the Yamadutas got ready to pull him out, he screamed the name of his son Narayana. Narayana! First thing you do is the persons you are most attached to, the thing most valuable to you. That's what you will talk about. Right? So he screamed Narayana. Some of the politicians will be screaming something else. I don't want to say what. Each person will scream those things that is very dear to them. They talk about their wife, talk about their children, talk about their property, talk about this, that, or your pet dog, if you don't have anybody else. So he screamed Narayana. Lucky for him, he got attached to his son, whom he named Narayana. At that moment, because he chanted the name of Narayana, when he is going to die, boom, from the spiritual world, from the Vaikuntha regions, Vishnudutas came. They instantly came there. It is not that they have to book a ticket, they have to take the so-and-so Vaikuntha Airlines, they have to get a window seat, and then they have to wait under this thing and get, nothing like that. For them they can, boom, they came immediately there. Somebody is calling the name of the Lord, and he's a devotee, must be. So just boom, landed there. And they saw these fellows are already lassoed him and pulling him out. Who? The Yamadutas. They took their sword out and cut the ropes. Hare yaar, tum kaun ho? Who are you people? How dare you? You know who we are? We are Yamadutas. We are messengers of Yama. Do you know who Yama is? People hear about Yamaraj, they just go shivering, they pass stool and urine and everything. And if there's anything else to pass also, they'll pass. Their intestines maybe. It's very scary. Very scary. So, he said, how dare you? We are the authorities here. Because we give death to people. People are afraid of death, and we are the messengers of death. So they were thinking, is there a higher authority? How dare you go again? You know who is Yamaraj? That type of feeling in there. See, but these people were looking so beautiful. Amazingly nice to look at. They had 4 hands. And their effulgent complexion. They were Vaikuntavasis, same color as Krishna, as Narayana. And they had the same type of dressing, kiridam and everything, very high class, highly sophisticated. Yamadutas don't look like high class. Yamadutas look like Yamadutas. They have all sorts of funny looking faces, nose a little displaced, eyes a little displaced. Maybe ears, one is here and one is here. It's all different type of, looks and copper colored hair and looking very deadly. Looks like from the nether regions, from lower regions, what is Yamaroka. So they were feeling instantly inferior. Got good looking people. And they are so strong and bold and brave and courageous. They cut off our ropes, they are not bothered. And a dialogue started between the Yamadutas and the Vishnudutas. And the Vishnudutas were very kind, very nice, smiling, very pleasing. Excuse me, this is not your jurisdiction anymore. What? It is our jurisdiction. This man has committed tremendous sinful activity. But all that is over because he chanted Narayana's name. So what are you saying? We got a big list. Look at the list we have. We're waiting for this fellow. What? Take him there and give him a treatment like nothing. But everything is gone. Everything is annulled. It's become zero. Why? He chanted the name. You don't know? Like they did not know. The Yamadutas really did not know the glory of the holy name, the real meaning of religion. So there was a conversation that ensued about what is really dharma. Between the Yamadutas and Vishnudutas, a very interesting conversation, the chapter before this. So they said, do you know what is dharma? They said, Vreda pranihito dharma hi atharmastha viparyeyaha. They said, whatever is mentioned in the Vedas is dharma. Anything against that is viparita, viparyeya, against that is adharma. And Vedo Narayana Sakshat. Veda is enunciated by the Supreme Lord Narayana only. And they smiled and said, very good, you have very good understanding of what Veda, from where dharma comes from Veda. But the problem is you have not understood dharma properly from the Veda. In this way there is a conversation and then they had to leave. Ajamila was watching the whole conversation. He also watched that I chanted the name of Narayana, it is so great. Then he came back into his consciousness. What an idiot I was. Some lady somewhere, I went behind her and spoiled all my chances of Krishna consciousness and I screwed up my life. And now I understand. And I have been saved by these Yamadutas. I have been saved by the name of my son, which happens to be the name of the Supreme Lord. Everything dawned on him by Krishna's mercy. Simply because he chanted once Narayana in distress. With no offense, nothing. Just in despair and distress, he chanted the name of his son. Therefore, you will see the next shloka. It says, Namocharana mahatmiyam Hare pashyata putrakaha Ajamilo apiyenaiva mrityu pashad amuchyata. Maharaj speaking, my dear servants who are as good as my sons, just see how glorious it is, the chanting of the holy name of the Lord. The greatly sinful Ajamila chanted only to call his son. not knowing that he was chanting the Lord's holy name. Nevertheless, by chanting the holy name of the Lord, he remembered Narayana, and thus he was immediately saved from the ropes of death. He got saved. The Vishnuduta said, go, you got a second chance. Your death day has been extended. You know, sometimes people get retirement, after that they get some extension for 1 year, 2 years. For him, the death day was extended. The Yamadutas themselves could not understand, who are you to do this to him? We are the authority over lifetimes. But the Vishnuduta said, extension lifetime for you. Yamadutas, they said, please go and ask your boss what is what. We have no time to explain to you. They left. And Ajamila went back and he started fully chanting the holy name of the Lord. He became perfect. And the same Vishnudutas came with the airlines again, took him back and went to Vaikuntha. Because he perfected the chanting of the holy name. Here the Yamadutas were feeling very insulted, very confused. Hare yaar, what is what? Nobody is telling properly. We will go and speak to Yamaraj. So they went and spoke to Yamaraj. Yamaraj told them, you don't touch people who chant the name of the Lord. You don't know? I forgot to tell you maybe. Because mostly, very rarely only people will do that, chant the name of the Lord. But don't go near. Don't even go near them. Right? This is what will happen if you go near. They are protected directly by Krishna only. They are not under Maya's protection. They are not under my protection. If you chant the holy name of the Lord, the department changes. You become under the Lord. Right? You become Daivi Prakriti. You will be under the Lord's internal energy. He told them, don't go near. Why? You know, because they chant. And then he told them about the glories of the holy name. He told them what is really dharma. And you will see previously he explains in the slokas, Dharmam tu sakshat bhagavat pranitam. Dharma means religion, normal understanding. Dharma means duty. Many different meanings to the word dharma. But in our temple here we have done 4 chambers, 4 places. Dharma, artha, kama, moksha. Material life should be governed by some principles. Basic principle of human life is called dharma. If you are now not following the dharma, you are not a human being. There is a certain level by which you can recognize who is human being according to Vedic culture. Dharma, artha, kama, moksha. There is a way of satisfying your material desires. There are rules and regulations for living as a human being. You cannot afford to forget God. If you don't have God, you don't have dharma. If you don't have dharma, you will be a wild animal society. Right, so basic dharma is how to live, how to respect others, how to have your duties performed as a son, as a daughter, as a father, as a mother, as a in-law. For all these things there are duties in the varnashrama. And you are expected to conduct yourself properly like that. Otherwise, you cannot be labeled as a human being. You will be an animal. This is basic principle of human life. That's called dharma. So people in general in this world, dharma, everybody wants to follow. Some religious principle, it's called dharma. Artha, I need money. I need material benefit. Why? For what I need material benefit? Kama. I have material desires. To satisfy them I need artha. For the sake of that I want to be dharmic. Because I don't want to make money and have sense gratification beyond the line that is drawn for me in dharma. My sense gratification will be inside that only. Then only I can continue to be a human being. If you wildly have gratification and don't follow these rules and regulations, then you are also an animal. But even if you are following the dharma only for the sake of kama and artha, you're not considered to be a high-class human being. Okay, or at least you're following to some extent for the sake of enjoyment. Because such people mostly will not go to the last one, moksha. Religion for the sake of artha and kama. I go there and break 10 coconuts. I offer to, goats. Please, this contract should come to me. I should get a lot of money. I'll do this, I'll do that. All in religion. This is all religion. I'll do all these things for the sake of material benefit. Getting sense? So that's why it's materialistic religion. But religion is not meant for this. It is meant to lead you to moksha. Dharma, artha, kama, moksha. Liberation from here. Why? You gather knowledge and you come to know, this is not what I am supposed to do. I am a spirit soul. I am part and parcel of the Supreme Godhead Krishna. Bhagavan. He is the absolute truth. I belong to that domain. And there the enjoyment is 1 billion trillion times greater than this cheap enjoyment of matter and material senses. Why I will get stuck here? I'll go there and enjoy more. This he gets knowledge. This is called Bhagavat Dharma. Therefore, I will start doing that type of activity, devotional service, that will make me develop my original relationship with God, love of God, and in this way I will transfer myself completely. Even beyond just getting plain moksha, liberation from the material world, I will get love of God and go back to the spiritual world. That's what I want to do. That is Bhagavad Dharma. Therefore, in the Bhagavatham, Dharma projita kaitavo atra paramo nirmatsaranam satam vedyam vastavam atra vastu shivadam tatpatrayon mulanam Srimad Bhagavate Mahamuni krite kim va parerishvara sadyo hridyavarudyate atra kritibihi sushushubis takshanat. Beautiful shloka says, Dharma projita kaitava. Projita kaitava means cheating. Those type of cheating religions should be completely rejected. Even though it is considered to be religious. Oh, he is a dharmic person. He gives food to the dog. He feeds the beggars. He gives charity. Very dharmic person. That's okay. He's a nice guy. But the real dharma, Bhagavad Dharma, he is not understanding. He is happy because he is getting recognition and certificate that you distributed so much of food. You got a special title. You are a Dharma Shiromani. We are saying, why? Because you have distributed 10,000 plates of food to the poor people in Ukadam, to the displaced here in this village. You adopted this village and gave them toilets so that they can eat nicely and pass stool in it. In this way you have done this dharma. You gave them a well, you gave them a pond, you gave them this, you gave them food. All very nice. All very nice. You are very dharmic. But your human life is meant for not for you to make toilets and ponds and wells and give food and keep quiet. What about you? What are you doing here? Who are you? You should ask these $1 million questions about life. Who is God? Because without all that, how is it possible for you to have meaning, purpose and value in life? Right? Dharmam tu sakshat bhagavat pranitam. Dharma is enunciated by the Lord, not by human beings who are conditioned. They can't make any laws because they don't know the goal of life. So there is a system, there is a science, there is a proper way of doing things as a human being. If you don't do that, you are animal. And most of the population are animals. Welcome to this world. As one of our devotees said, now I was in New Zealand, he said, welcome to the zoo, he told me. So many different types of animals. Nobody follows God. Nobody does know who they are. Simply enjoy life. Kama, for that earn money. Forget God. Only kama and artha, neither dharma nor moksha. Animals. Animals. So, this is actually very high class, so sometimes people won't understand anything. This morning I was hearing conversation of Prabhupada with Allen Ginsberg in 1968 or something. And he's saying, do you think that all these things will be followed in America? You're telling Ekadashi, you're telling that you eat only food offered to God, then vegetarian food, and you say get up in the morning, then dress in a particular way and all. Who's going to follow you? Then Prabhupada said, this is not meant for everybody to follow. Most people cannot understand. He said, most people will not understand. But a few people, if they understand, at least there is a model and everybody knows this is the way to be, but I am not like that. So I am making this model. He said like that. And then he said that, but I have a lot of Americans following. And you are following, he said. You're not chanting Hare Krishna? He said, yes, I'm chanting. So if great people like you follow, everybody else will follow. And he praised Allen Ginsberg. I was thinking, what a preacher here. Prabhupada is openly using the situation and praising Allen Ginsberg. Like you're a great man. And people are following you. If you chant Hare Krishna, they will also chant Hare Krishna. And Allen Ginsberg is feeling very good, I can see. So, Prabhupada made everybody do this. Bhagavad Dharma. You may not be capable of following the ordinary Dharma, which is mentioned in the Vedas and everything. Very difficult for you. You will say, I cannot do all that. All these rituals and puja and this thing and that thing, go to the temple, and I cannot do. I have no time. But you have desire to dance and sing. Please join the Kirtan. Chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Take little some prasadam to eat. This way Prabhupada marketed Bhagavad Dharma according to time, place and circumstances, and created the International Society for Krishna Consciousness. He was a master genius of a marketing man. He marketed Bhakti to the people of this world who don't know anything, who are filled with animals. The world is filled with animals. To animals he gave Bhagavad Dharma by telling, come, here, take prasadam. Open your mouth, chant Hare Krishna, do Kirtan. And he made them dance. Now they became nice people. Afterwards, they became devotees. By this, like this, he changed them. So, dharmam tu sakshat bhagavat pranidhi. Maharaj is telling, Maharaj is one of the Mahajanas. Previously, Maharaj will say, I and 11 of us, along with me, are the persons who know the real purpose of religion. Swayambhu, Narada, Shambhu, Kumaro, Kapilo, Manu. Where is that shloka? Prahlada, Janako, Swayambhu, Narada, Shambhu, Kumaro, Kapilo, Manuhu, Prahlada, Janako, Bhishma, Balir, Vayasakir, Vayam, Dvadashaite, Vijanimo, Dharmam, Bhagavatam, Bhatah, Guhyam, Vishuddham, Durbhodam, Yam Jnatma, Mritamashnute. Lord Brahma, Bhagavan Narada, Lord Shiva, the four Kumaras, Lord Kapila, son of Devahuti, Swayambhuva Manu, Prahlada Maharaj, Janaka Maharaj, grandfather Bhishma, Bali Maharaj, Shukadeva Goswami, and I myself know the real religious principle. My dear servants, this transcendental religious principle, which is known as Bhagavata Dharma, or surrender unto the Supreme Lord and love for Him, is uncontaminated by the material modes of nature. It is very confidential and difficult for ordinary human beings to understand. But if by chance one fortunately understands it, he is immediately liberated, and thus he returns home back to Godhead. Is Maharaj saying. So it's not easy to understand Krishna. It's not easy to learn to love Him. It is not easy to even understand who are you. It's all very difficult things. So most of the religion you see, whether we are following Hinduism according to history and historians is considered to be the oldest religion. According to their records, is 7000 BCE. Hinduism came into being. That's what they have recorded, historians. Krishna is telling 120 million years ago I spoke the Bhagavad Gita to Vivaswan Manave Praha Manurikshva Kave Abhravit. Krishna is explaining. And then he's also saying this is eternal. It is for 120 million years I have been speaking it now and then, and it has not changed. It's the same thing. It's absolute truth. It does not change. But at least historians are saying it is the oldest religion. It is somewhere around 7000 BCE. They have dated it. And much later after that, in 2000 BCE or something like that, only you can see the other religions slowly cropping up. And then after today and all that, you have all types of religion. You have one new religion called Copism. They try to register it. Kopism. Copism. And there's a 20-year-old fellow who is a founder of the religion. You know what Copism is? Sharing files. Copy. From copy he made copy. Copism. And he's a founder of the religion. And he's got a lot of followers. Why? I believe in sharing files. There should not be copywriting or anything. It's a religion. He tried to register it as a religion. There's another religion called JD. From Star Wars, there is a character called JD. They have JD. And the UK government refused. We cannot register this as a religion here. It don't stand up to the definition of religion. Then there is a religion called the religion of the flying spaghetti monster. It is actually taking possession of spaghetti. You know spaghetti? Italian. Spaghetti and two eyes in that. They have a big vehicle in which there's a spaghetti and two eyes on it. The religion of the flying spaghetti monster. Flying spaghetti monster. Purposely they have put a name like that. If the people can believe in God and Bible and all that, I also start a religion. And they got it registered. They got a very huge following of more than 1 million people. And there is Church of Google, another religion. It's there, a big board, and one man is paying obeisances to the Church of Google. Why? Google gives all answers. God does not give any answer here. It takes a long time, and sometimes mostly he doesn't give any answer. Like that, this is Kali Yuga, and there are so many so-called religions. The religion of the flying spaghetti monster. What fun! Nobody knows what's happening. Nobody knows what's happening. This is nice Kali Yuga. But dharmam tu sakshat Bhagavat. Why are you trying to make religion? Religion already enunciated by God. He spoke the Bhagavad Gita. Why don't you simply listen? Why don't you simply listen and do it? Why do you do things and talk about topics which you don't know and you cannot know? You cannot know. So, in this way, what is religion, what is dharma is a big question. Even in your own religion, in your own country. Hindus, maximum, India, Nepal, Mauritius, in all these places, 97% of the population of Hindus rest in these three countries. 15% of the world's population is Hindus. More than 32% of the world's population is Christians. And the next highest religion is Muslims, more than 24%. 32% is Christians in the world. World's population is how much? You know? How much? 7 point something billion was in 10 years back. I don't know, it must have increased now. Between 7 to 8 billion. What is India's population? 1.4 billion. 1.4 billion. 1 billion is 1,000 million. 1 million is 10 lakhs. Okay? The population of India is 1.4 billion. You are all devotees here. You don't know anything. You have to know some of these statistics. 1.4 billion. The world's population is something from 7.4 billion or something like that. And out of that, 1.4 billion is in India. So it's a huge chunk of the world's population is in India only. And India, Nepal and Mauritius are all the top class Hindu countries. And in them itself, 97% of the Hindus are staying there only. And the world's population of Hindus is 15% of 7.4 billion. Okay? In this way, real religion, even amongst these Hindus, not many people know what is really religion. You ask them, they'll be cutting 2 goats and offering to Kali and dancing some, this thing with their, and singing some funny songs. If you ask them who is God, they don't know. So tamasic, rajasic, all of them. Some sattvic people worship some demigods, and they worship Shiva and something like that a little bit. But they also don't know what I am worshipping for. I am worshipping for my daughter to get married, for my son to get a job, for me to get this contract. We should all be very happy and enjoy material life. That's all they know is religion. That's all they know is religion. Right? But here, Yamaraj is saying, this is all cheating religion. The Bhagavatham is saying, dharma projita kaitavo atra paramo nirmatsaranam satam. This is not really, this is only some stepping stone, beginning. Some training you get from the beginning of your life. Janmana jayate shudra. When you are born, you are totally ignorant. It's called shudra. Shudra is not only some casteism, this thing. If you don't know anything about God and self-realization, you are called a shudra. Janmana jayate shudra, samskarat bhaved dvija, vedapatat bhaved vipra, brahmajana titi brahmana. So a Brahmana is a person who has understood Brahman, spirit. I am spirit soul, Aham Brahmasmi. Then there is Parabrahman, God. All this he has understood. That's why he is high class. That's why he is high class. That's what Brahmanas guide society. All the Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha people who are all the Varnas, Ashramas, all of them are guided by the Brahmana who is fully in knowledge. This is a system, there is a way, there is a process, there is a good practice set up by Krishna. Right? Krishna is saying that Chatur Varnyam Maya Srishtam Guna Karma Vibhagasha. I have made these 4 divisions in society, and you should follow that, and you will gradually come back to me. Real religion means learning how to love God. Because I am a child of God, I am a part and parcel of God. And God is that supreme Brahman, absolute truth. We must learn who He is, and then we must try to connect with Him. And this is the purpose and meaning of life. Not simply enjoying your senses alone. That you have done in many lifetimes already, as an animal, as a bird, as a beast, as an insect. You have been doing it for so many janmas already. Having gratification. That you have already done. In the human form of life, you are supposed to lead a responsible life with values. And therefore you must understand what is what, and you must execute it. Otherwise, you will be punished severely. Because you have high responsibility life, human life. And you must learn about these things. You must cultivate knowledge. You must read the Bhagavad Gita, accept Guru, ask him questions, learn how to perform devotional service and perfect your life. That's the meaning of human life. It's not enough if you simply go and work somewhere and earn a lot of money and have a lot of sense gratification. Next lifetime you'll become a rabbit in Timbuktu, so that you can have more sex and you can have more enjoyment. That's what will happen to you. Very dangerous if you don't do the right thing properly. Human life is very valuable and highly responsible. Don't make the mistake, because you don't know what will happen to you. It may be a funny thing now if you tell that you'll be born as a rabbit, but when you are as a rabbit with your ears like this, me, and again, it won't be funny anymore, because you have forgotten fully who you are. And you are hanging around in some golf course, hanging around with some other small rabbits and female rabbits looking at you, and you are saying, wow. And then your life starts again. Kama. For that I need some artha. I will go make a hole, a rabbit hole, and say we can live here, let's get married to the she-rabbit. And you live like that. This story is told by, the great king, Yayati, to his wife. Hare, yaar, I saw you in the well, somewhere naked, somebody had thrown you. From that day started my whole illusion. And he told a story about the he-goat and the she-goat. How the he-goat met the she-goat. He told him a story of a goat, 2 goats, goat kata, he told. Of course, now we are busy eating goats, so many of them, to them it doesn't matter. Why goat katha? Cut it up and eat it. Why katha? This intense goat consciousness. But this is what will happen. We should be very responsible, Prabhupada said. And therefore the Bhagavatham says, Bhagavad Dharma is real religion. The purpose of religion is to know who is God and develop our love for Him. Dharmam tu sakshat bhagavat pranitam. How to do that is mentioned by God Himself. That's why it's considered supreme religion. Bhagavat Dharma. And the Bhagavatham is filled with that. Bhagavatham makes no compromise in telling you what is the purpose of religion, what really religion is, and how you should achieve it. And in Kali Yuga, it has become very simple. Simply by chanting the holy name of the Lord, you can get. Why? Because all other processes are very difficult for you. Holy name chanting is glorified everywhere, even from the beginning. Even in the Bhagavad it is quoted by even great personalities, even in Satya Yuga, Treta Yuga, everywhere there is a glorification of the holy name. Right? But in Kali Yuga, we cannot do all the other things at all. We can only depend on this. So if simply by chanting the holy name, you are performing the best religion. That's the sloka saying. If it's boiled down in Kali Yuga, because people are so bad, so low class, so weak, spiritually, mentally and all that. If you blow, he'll fall down dead. His moral, ethical principles, his spiritual principles are all so bad that if you blow him, he'll die. Die. The situation when they told me, that now the Gen Z are only looking at phones, they don't make eye contact. They are afraid of making eye contact with another human being. I thought, my gosh, what a pathetic situation. The valuable human form of life, he cannot look into another person's eyes. He can only look at the screen. What a waste. What a waste. Such wonderful things can be accomplished to the human form of life. So, if people, that is why Krishna has become so merciful, no use telling you big things. Just open your mouth and tongue here and chant Hare Krishna. I'll put some prasadam also inside. Very nice. Chant Krishna's name. Hare Krishna. Here, one more I'll give you. This is how God is teaching you. Because you are such a dumb fellow. So low class. So weak. So scared about everything and anything. So therefore, for you, the best thing is to only chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. It's very easy to do. Therefore, we must grab this opportunity. Because Krishna has come as the holy name. That is why we are chanting Hare Krishna as much as possible. Because you have performed the best religion by chanting the holy name. The topmost dharma you have done. If you simply stand in front of the Lord, clap your hands and Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, He becomes very pleased with you. So we should teach this to others. And even those people who are doing this huge homa, yajna and all that will say, stop it here, just chant Hare Krishna. It's not required. The last time during Yoga Day, International Yoga Day, I had produced a poster of one person with that pose, the leg is bent like this and it's come up here like this, some severe asana it is. He's in the Himalayas like this. I wrote a poster saying, just relax. Just chant Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Happy International Yoga Day. I had written a poster saying, relax. Yeah, why are you straining yourself? Just chant Hare Krishna. Here put it, and so many devotees said, wow. It was long back, very long back. So what are you showing all these acrobatics? Just open your mouth and chant Hare Krishna. That is the highest yoga now. This is the religion of the age. It's the religion of the age. And all sorts of people are slowly becoming fortunate to understand it and enjoying Kirtan. And in the Western world, you see people like Kirtan so much. They just sit down and do Kirtan. They don't mind which religion, what race, what creed, caste, nothing they see. They all sit together and do Kirtan. It's a religion for the age. It's the easiest thing to do. And Krishna has made that possible when he has come as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and he said, just do this. Just do this. And this is what Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada has done. He's gone all over the world, spread the chanting of the holy name. And there are so many wonderful groups of people sitting and chanting on the road, on the streets, in the houses, in the villages, everywhere. They are enjoying chanting of the holy name. Something happens to them, they like it. They like it. They just get together, chant. And so inclusive, you don't mind who you are, what you did. Doesn't matter. Come join the holy name. In this way, Krishna has opened up an amazing, wide doorway. Anybody, any quality, any condition of life, however sinful you may be, if you chant the holy name, you are performing the real religion. This is real dharma. This is Krishna's desire. And therefore, Yamaraj himself is saying here, Tannama Grahanadibhi Etavan eva loke asmin pumsam dharma parasmritah bhakti yogho bhagavati tamnama grahanadibhi. Therefore, we should take the chanting of the holy name very seriously. We should do japa nicely, and we should do kirtan together and have, this is the holy name week. All over the world we are celebrating holy name and chanting and dancing. So I'm asking our youngsters here to get together and form the Kirtan group. Some of them have already formed together. And every weekend at least we will have a time dedicated to do Kirtan only. It's called Kirtan Kovai. KK. And we will simply dance and chant and keep hearing the holy name. Lots of people will join you. No discrimination, nothing. Whatever you may belong to, any religion you belong to, any party you belong to, does not matter. You can get involved and chant the holy name. It's open to everybody. This is the movement started by Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada in modern times. So we want to promote this. This is the religion of the age. It is easy to perform, and we must all become fired up and propagate this. Om Tat Sat. Harinama Sankirtana ki. Om Tat Sat. Any question or comment? Any question or comment?
Hare Krishna Maharaj.
Yeah.
There are questions online.
Yeah.
Hare Maharaj, Dandavat Pranams. Ajamila was not a pure devotee. The verse seems to suggest that power is in the name itself. Does this mean that sincerity or purity of the chanter doesn't matter?
For what? It does not matter. Ajamila is getting benefit of a second chance. It's not that he is liberated immediately there. It's not that he became a pure devotee then. He got a chance and again admitted in the university. Second admission he got. First admission he failed, did not do properly. So they gave him, okay, again do the course. That's all it means. Right? And he did it properly the second time. And he went back to Godhead. That's all it means. It means that without offenses he chanted the holy name. His chanting was pure. Why? Because he chanted calling his son. The nama is so powerful that even if you did not directly address the Lord, but use the name for any other purpose, Sanketyam, Parihasam, Stobam, Helanam, Evacha, Vaikuntanama Grahanam, Aseshaga Haram Viduhu. This shloka in the Bhagavatham says, even if somebody uses the holy name to make fun of somebody, in jest, say, and do some way or the other, if you do, it will give you benefit. Because it's the absolute truth. Because the name is non-different from Krishna. So even though he called his son, the sound of the holy name of the Lord has got effect. And the effect was, he was saved from going to Yamaraj, to Yamaloka. Instead, he got another extension. Now you do properly. That was the benefit. It's not that he became a pure devotee, he went back to Godhead immediately and all that. After that, he became very intelligent. Now that I know, I'll do it properly. After that only he went back to Godhead. Okay? I hope that's understood. Yeah.
There is one more question, Maharaj. So, Dandvat Pranams, Maharaj. From Ajamil's pastime, we understand that at least if we utter Lord's name, even unintentionally at the time of death, we have a second chance to perfect our life. Fear is that when we come across near-death experience like accidents, we do not utter Lord's names unintentionally also. The only thought during the time of death is, how can I come out of this situation and go back to normal life? Can you please advise on this?
Yes. If you have rendered service to Krishna, if you have chanted the holy name throughout your life, and at the time of death you are afraid that I may not remember, and you are feeling that, don't worry. What you have done throughout your life will never go waste. It is mentioned that because you have rendered service to the Lord will make arrangement for you to remember. A very famous Sri Vaishnava saint has mentioned that because you have rendered seva, because you have chanted the holy name throughout your life and done, you will get the benefit of Krishna as super soul in your heart, reminding you to chant. Why not? Krishna is not so bad. He's not some government politician that's saying, sorry inga, tax ninga kattiye thirum. You have to, because it is a rule and regulation. He's not like that. He is personality. He loves you. He's watching you struggle and he's watching you chanting. And sincerely making the effort. If you are sincere, then he will also be involved in you becoming successful. You are not alone. He is not some, Donald Trump with a H-1B visa that you have to give, $1 lakh in order to be able to get the visa or something like that. He is not a rules and regulation person. He is a personality. And if you have developed love for him, then he will not say this and that. He is saying, Ma Sucha, don't worry. If you surrender to me, become my devotee, I'll take care of you. Ajamila is being taken care of by the Lord because previously he is a devotee only, as a Brahmana. In a very good position, he fell down. So his past history is also there. He has been a nice guy before. He accidentally fell down. So somehow he chanted Narayana, so he gets benefit. He has got a history of being previously a nice person only. So all that put together, he will get help. So when you die, don't think, what will happen to me when I die? What will happen to you die? You don't die actually. First of all, you don't die. The Shastra very clearly says, Bhagavad Gita very clearly says, but the fact that you are thinking that I will die, which means you are still in the bodily concept of life, but at least you are chanting Hare Krishna, so Krishna will take care of you. Anyway, you are going to take another life, that means. Right? So what are you so worried about dying? What you are worried about is, I may not remember the name of the Lord while dying. That also, if you have rendered service and chanted Hare Krishna throughout your life, Krishna will take care. He has taken care of Ajamila so nicely. Because there is a story of how Ajamila kept his son's name Narayana. This is a story of how Lomasa Rishi visits and tells his wife, you should name your son Narayana. And that is how he named Narayana. There's another story behind it. So Krishna will be involved in some way or the other. Whenever you are doing some devotional service, Ajnata Sukriti, or in some way the hand of the Lord will be there. Right? So I don't think that he chanted Narayana all by himself alone. He was influenced by the Lord, a super soul in the heart. This son of mine I will call Narayana. Yeah.
Last question, Maharaj.
Anybody else has got a question? Any offline question for a change? Then I'll come back to. Yeah. Go ahead.
Hare Krishna Maharaj.
Yeah.
My question is, why most of the dams are located in India, that too in North? Why not in any other foreign countries? If it is there, all people would have known Krishna, and it would be more widely spread.
Why don't you put this thing to the mic? The last bit, it petered down.
Why most of the dams are located in India?
Dam, holy dam. Okay.
Yeah. Why not in any other foreign countries? Why Krishna's pastimes?
Foreign country and all came recently only. 5,000 years back, the whole world was one place called Bharatvarsha. There was no countries. Nationhood and all started only recently. Whole world was Ilavrata Varsha, Bharata Varsha is mentioned in the Bhagavatham. And there was one king. Yudhishthira Maharaj is the king of the whole world. Parikshit Maharaj, king of the whole world. There is no other country and all that. All the holy dhams were placed in this region called India, which you now call in the map, see in the map. The Lord appeared there. It's a very holy place, the Himalayas and surrounded by the sea and the Ganges. Such holy things there, Ganges flowing there. The Himalaya Parvat there, Vindhya mountains, Ghats. It's got a very holy, special geography. Because the Lord appeared there, He chose to appear there. And He performed His pastimes there. And the whole world was one. From there, Hastinapur ruling all over. That's how it was spread. Then over a period of time, everybody fought with each other and said, this land is my land, that land your land and all that. Then the Westerners came and colonized different places, French colonies, Portuguese colonies, British colonies. That colonies and all started. Then Vasco da Gama is the first person who came in the 16th century, 15th century somewhere. He came to Cochin, and from there started colonization. He discovered new land and vague people, and then he, slowly mastered them. And in this way they went around all over the world colonizing, spoiling all the indigenous cultures, and they established nationhood. Then there was fight, then was world war, fighting country and all. You can see the history of the world. Slowly as Kali Yuga started, it became split. So we are in that place which is actually the capital city for the whole world. It is called India. Hastinapur, Vrindavan very close. So a big history. Because you are studying in the school, the syllabus was made by the British people, and there you will read like this only. What you will read? Warren Hastings, Robert Clive. They are the great historical people whom you learn about. You don't learn about Yudhishthira Maharaj. You don't learn about Parikshit. You don't learn all that. They are the greatest rulers in the history. You will learn Chandragupta Maurya, the golden age of the Guptas. But according to Bhagavatham, they are all useless. After Parikshit Maharaj, all useless kings. Dashu Prayeshu, all kings who are corrupt, because they never preach Krishna consciousness. It's all just the paradigm of how you have been taught. What Prabhupada is giving the whole world is the greatest education. We don't know our own history. We don't know our own history. All our history books are written by the British. And even today we are learning that. And that's why you are asking this question. Maharaj, other countries there is no holy dham. You are speaking very nicely with a good heart. They will also become Krishna conscious. No, like that. But that countries now were established by somebody else. Everything was one country, one nation, one planet. Bharata Varsha, one king. Now it is Kali Yuga, everything is splintered into 1,000, different this thing, and everybody fighting with each other. This is mine, that is mine, they are telling. Because they don't recognize God in the center. They don't recognize everything belongs to God. Isavasham idam sarvam yat kincha jagatyam jagat. They don't know. They don't have that dharmic understanding, culture. Okay? Does it help you? Yeah. Give the mic.
Okay, some days back I was reading this book called Civilization and Transcendence. So there, the devotee asked Prabhupada, why are all the Mahajanas who know the absolute truth, who know what religion is, only like Indian people? If Jesus Christ was there, he was also son of God. Prabhupada says the best son of God. So does he also not come under Mahajana? Prabhupada says these are like Vedic Mahajanas. The other sampradayas, there could be other Mahajanas. So just reflecting on the previous question, so do they also know the absolute truth outside of the Vedic teachings, Maharaj?
I don't think it's connected with that question.
No, but outside of India or Vedic culture.
Why did you say that India means Vedic culture and outside of India means no Vedic culture? I explained that
just making it because
the whole
Prabhupada's
world
making
was Vedic culture only, ruled by one king before. Shortly back, 5,000 years back, it was like that. Very much. Whole world was one religion in the sense of this Bhagavad Dharma was propagated. But there were all sorts of people following all other small things, demigods, worshipping this. They were there in all races and creeds of people. But Yudhishthira Maharaj was the king for all of them and they all accepted him as a king. He did not disturb them. Because Dharmam, Bhagavad Dharma is not so common that everybody will know it. Even during Yudhishthira Maharaj's times, there were people following various different things. In the deep forest here and there, worshipping the demigods, this, that, all sorts of things were going on. It's not that everybody will immediately follow Bhagavad Dharma. If you read the Mahabharata, you will see there are all sorts of people worshipping all sorts of this thing. So Vedic culture does not mean everybody knows the real internal core purpose. Vedic culture means they all follow the Vedas and they do karma by worshipping various demigods and all and get their desires satisfied. That's also Vedic culture only. That's also Vedic culture only. So in India you would see, India means the whole world, you will see there are all sorts of these people. So similarly now you bring the topic of Jesus Christ. Prabhupada accepted Jesus Christ to be a great devotee of the Lord. It is just that in different times, circumstances and place, he has preached the concept of who God is, Krishna is, in a different way, in different language, different history. And over a long period of time, we don't know what he exactly spoke. It's got lost. And different people have got different ideas of what it is. Sakalin eham hata yogo nashta parantapa. So from the symptoms, Prabhupada said that he's a great Vaishnava who could give his life in sacrifice for the sake of the people getting closer to God. Great sacrifice he made. So in that sense, he is like a great personality, Mahajana. So not everybody is listed in this Bhagavad Dharma, Bhagavata Mahajanas. They are listed as per great personalities and mentioned. Here the great personality Yamaraj is mentioning, these are the 12 people who know the real religion. Real religion is very difficult to understand for most people. In that sense, whether it is now or in the past, it will be like that only. The same pattern. But what has happened in Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's time is that secret confidential Bhagavad Dharma, he has taken it out and given it to anybody and everybody. That is the amazing thing. It's a very hugely different thing. And he has packed it in the holy name and given it to anybody and everybody. Normally that is not done like that. And it is not easy for people to understand, but although you don't understand, I want to give you the understanding. If you chant Hare Krishna, you get that understanding. So that's why it is mercy. That's why it's mercy. Along with that, we have the books and everything explaining why this is great. Why the holy name, what is the back tattva behind the holy name, the science, everything is explained in the Bhagavatham also. I hope that answers your question. You have one more online question. Yes.
Hare Krishna Maharaj. Like Ajamila, he was a good man in the society, and his life started going downhill just because of his sexual desires. And if I am not wrong, we have Chota Haridas Thakur. He got rejected by like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as his disciple. He did not accept him as his disciple just because of his sexual desires or something. Like, can you tell us the story behind Chota Haridas Thakur?
These are two different things. Ajamila, I don't know, you got the story a little different maybe. Ajamila was a Brahmana in a Brahminical family. He had a wife, he had children, and he had nice parents, dutifully doing everything nicely. Then somewhere he saw in his pathway in the forest as he was walking one fine day, he saw a prostitute drunk and another low-class fellow drunk, both of them having gratification. That he saw and it disturbed him. Gradually he got disturbed more because he was thinking about that, and then he went in search of that prostitute, and then his life became completely different. He fell down from his position as a Brahmana, as a cultured Brahmana. That is the story. And then he became very low class and he did all sorts of things, dacoiting, murdering and prostitutions and this and that, everything. And then he had a family from that prostitute, he had many children, and this happened to him, what we discussed today. Chota Haridas Thakur was a wonderful devotee. He was a very high class devotee. But because he was almost on the level of a sannyasi, he went and begged for rice for cooking. He went and asked on behalf of somebody else from a lady rice who was beautiful. So Lord Chaitanya said that, why did he do that? He was so strict that he said, I don't want to see him anymore. He has not kept up the principle of his renounced life properly. Right? And therefore, he committed suicide when he knew that I have done this and the Lord has rejected me. And then somebody asked him, what is the thing prescribed in the scripture when something like this happens to you? You should go in the Triveni and sink yourself. So he did that. But Lord Chaitanya gave him liberation. He wanted to show the rest of the world that this is how you should be strict. Like that. If you're, he said, what is it? Hanta Hanta Vishabhakshnato Apya Sadhu. I forget the first two lines. He said that for a person who has decided to give up this material world and fix himself on Krishna, if he indulges a little bit here and there and this and that, it is as good as drinking poison and spoiling his entire life. So he better give up his life. So he literally went and did that. So this is at a different level of operation. Ajamila's is a different, pretty gross level of operation. This is different, that is different. Okay? Yeah.
Last question, Maharaj. Did Ajamil die and take birth again, or the same life extended?
Same life extended. Om Tat Sat. I like short questions.
Hare Krishna.
Grantharaj Srimad Bhagavatham ki